Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Yeah, this is Tim calling. My question is not just the offense, but the defense that gave the Kansas City Chiefs a run for their money in the playoffs and lost it by a hair. Can the Browns rise above, and can Kevin keep changing it enough with Cooper, Chubbs, Kareem, Bell, and the defense rise above? Now we're at a place where Cleveland fans will probably start getting excited again. But since we have a bye week, they got to change some things here and there so the other teams will not be, what you'd say, ready for the Cleveland Browns. It was interesting to see how they passed and how they run. That's hard to beat. And thank God that we had a great game, and God bless the Cleveland Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. G. Bush, bye week. The one thing I'd say is you don't need to change. There are some things that you can keep doing because other teams just won't be able to stop it. And I think you overthink it. But let me ask you this: what do you want to see coming out of the bye week from the Browns? What changes do you want to see?
Well, to me, you hit it right there. Some things you don't need to switch up, right? I thought the game plan that they had going against the Cincinnati Bengals was the blueprint. That blueprint is, hey, look, on defense, we're going to have to get after guys. Joe Woods catches a lot of heat, but that heat is brought on by himself. Sometimes he gets a little complacent, and he does not bring the level of pressure, and he gives a lot of respect to these quarterbacks. And I get it. You know, you got some of the great quarterbacks in this league. But this year, Aaron Rodgers has struggled. This year, Tom Brady is struggling. We just saw Joe Burrow be up and down. There's only a handful of quarterbacks, maybe 2 or 3, that's been lights out. And one of them is just Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. Other than that, there's been no world beaters out there where, you know, you got people that are just throwing for 400. You can't do anything. So he did what he was supposed to do. He brought the pressure. He stood Myles Garrett up. He moved into a package where he had more defensive ends on the field at the same time. He got him in basically obvious passing downs, and he brought pressure. And Myles Garrett got home, and they brought that level of intensity that we needed to see. Offensively, the game plan, we talked about it in last segment. It's you got 2 of the best back there doing it. And trust me, coming from a defensive player that played defensive end and up front, it's just tiring and trying to get off blocks. And you can't get a pass rush because now it's like if it's 2nd and 3, you can't be out here just running up field for the pass. You got to play run. And when you're playing the Cleveland Browns, that means you got to be ready for the gap schemes. You got to be ready for zones. You got to get ready for the toss. You got to get ready for stretch plays. They run everything that is basically able to be run. They'll pull guards. They'll pull tackles. They'll run counter plays. They'll do it all. And when you're dealing with those guys up front and you got 2 monsters like that, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, that are not going down on first contact by anybody, they may know what you're doing. The best play I saw was when they motioned Jacoby Brissett out of backfield, direct snapped it to Nick Chubb, and they had 9-10 linemen up there. And they said, stop it. And they couldn't.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. I think one of the adjustments is I think they found something with the 7, 8, 9 offensive linemen. Go big. You want to put that many people in the box. We're just going to get bigger guys and move them over you. And then good luck, trying to tackle Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt.
And that's over time. It's demoralizing. Because you keep picking yourself off the ground, and you know they're gonna run it again. You're beat up. You're down. And then the funny part about it is when you're executing that game plan. Look how devastating it was when the Browns were up 8. Right? They go for the 2 to get 8. They make sure they get the field goal. They get the points. Right? Because they felt that what the momentum was. Now you up 11-0. That 11-0 was almost 20. Then they got the ball back, scored a touchdown, and got 7. You're up 18-0 on a team, and they haven't been able to move the ball, and they ain't seen the ball in 30 minutes, 45 minutes real time. And now you're asking those guys to come back and throw the ball downfield and get it going. The time of possession, the cumulative blows, and just the factor of running those two guys is basically the game plan. And I just hope that they look at this and continue to do it against a team like Miami, who's a finesse team as well.
Yeah, there aren't the teams that you're concerned about. Miami's not really a finesse team. Even the Bills, they're more a finesse team. Even the Bills, to a certain extent, are a little bit. They're a little more physical, but they're a finesse team. So load them up. See, at the very least, you're giving them a lot to have to worry about during the week if you come out and you play big.